Welcome back to Gooner Fanzine TV. I'm here with Dan the Man Mountain to go through the player ratings here at the Vitality Stadium after quite a difficult 2-1 performance, I think. But let's hear what you've had to say.
Well, I can disagree with that. I thought it was quite comfortable up until the last kind of 8 minutes added time.
I think the last half an hour seems to be quite a lot of injuries. But let's go through the player ratings first. So let's start in goal with Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez gave him a 7. I thought he made some important saves. That one in the first half from Adam Smith from his volley was a really important one at an important time. You know, if Arsenal concede there, Bournemouth could get back in the game for a longer period than they did.
It was quite impressive actually how they didn't actually really pressure Martinez at all. I thought he looked really comfortable. He didn't look like he was flapping at all. Quite impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he had particularly a lot to do, but I thought he commanded his area well. Obviously, Mustafi got injured from the resulting challenge, but he did come out and take control of the situation. Obviously, it wasn't great to see Mustafi get injured, what looks really bad, to be honest. But, he took charge of the situation, so fair play. Yeah, 7 for him.
So let's move on to the defence. Let's start with the fullbacks.
Bellerin didn't really have a lot to do, did he? I gave him a 6 in the end. I thought he looked fairly solid, but as I say, didn't really have a lot to do. It's difficult to give him a high rating. But the important thing for me is another 90 minutes in the tank for him. That's important for his match fitness. Obviously, he's still coming back from that knee injury and the subsequent hamstring problem. And he also looked sharper to me.
He did. I mean, there was a slight bit of concern when he was on the floor for a couple of minutes. But
that looked nasty, didn't it?
It did, because I think it looked like he was tapping his stomach. So I think he must see his ribs.
Got a kind of elbow in the hip, so bit of concern there, but looked all right. So 6 for him.
That's fair enough. And let's move on to the other side.
Saka's my man of the match. I gave him a 9. Obviously scored and then set up the second goal.
Yeah,
really, really impressed with him in recent weeks.
He's really stepped up to the plate, hasn't he?
To come in at left back at such a young age, so the maturity he has and to perform the way he has is brilliant. So really good from him. I think I said it in recent videos. I think maybe left back is his long-term position, to be honest.
Yeah, it's something we never really expected when we were looking at him. When he was in the academy in the under-21s team, you didn't really think that he would be a left back, but he seems to really fit into the role quite well. I don't know what Arteta's really trained into him, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, well, obviously it's only been kind of a short space of time. He's had to work with him to kind of mould him into a left back. But as you say, he's doing brilliantly. So hopefully that will continue. Obviously with the injury problems at left back.
Well, that is a big problem we've got. But hopefully he can keep the role going. So let's look at the centre backs. We had obviously Mustafi did start with him. He was quite sad to see him injured like that.
I mean, I thought he was alright, to be fair. 6.5. I gave both centre half 6.5.
Yeah.
Basically the same job for me, him and Socrates. They're both solid. Did okay. Weren't really troubled kind of up until the latter stages. So decent for them, 6.5. And obviously you mentioned that injury doesn't look good.
No. Because you said you saw him get onto the team bus with crutches and a boot.
Yeah, boot and crutches, which is obviously not a good sign. Arteta said he's going to have a scan tomorrow, so hopefully it won't be out for too long. But I think he's going to be out for a fair while. It looked really nasty. Obviously went off on the stretcher, didn't he?
He was down for a very long time as well. Because obviously 8 minutes of added time is quite a long time for
there was obviously injuries after that as well. But I think a lot of that stoppage was for his injuries. Hopefully, he gets well soon.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned Socrates was quite solid as well. I think he performed quite admirably. I mean, it didn't feel like Bournemouth were really pushing the defence too hard. It felt like they were playing quite sort of possession-based football. It wasn't particularly incisive. So I think our defence kind of miraculously handled it well. So obviously we've spoken historically about our defence being a real problem point for us.
Yeah, I think we dominated for long periods, which is something that's good to see. And obviously the defence wasn't really troubled. They had that moment early in the first half where they gave the ball away, a bit sloppy, but they dealt with it and solid enough. Good to have Socrates back from illness as well.
It is.
The defensive situation injury-wise is not great at the moment, so good to see him back.
No, so let's move on to the midfield then. I thought that was quite a positive midfield game.
I thought Guendouzi was really good, to be honest. Really busy performance, worked hard, battled to win the ball back and just moved it on simply. Probably one of the big criticisms of him is that he tries to do a difficult thing too often, but tonight he kept it simple. We need to see more of that from him. But he's still young. That'll be a learning curve.
From the away end, so we were watching and he did look like he was kind of lunging in a little bit recklessly quite often. So he just needs to be a bit more cautious with some of his challenges. Because obviously, we went down to 10 men at Chelsea. I don't really want to see a red card possibly happening because it was looking quite. Some of these tackles, the Bournemouth fans were not particularly fond of him.
No. I mean, he did get booed in the second half, didn't he? But I think he's that kind of player who does roll people up. Can be a positive and a negative. So, okay from him. Gave Xhaka a 7 as well. I thought they both dominated the game really well and
he looks
helped Arsenal keep control. I've been impressed with him in recent weeks, to be honest. Obviously, the United, it feels weird, but yeah, you know, the United game was kind of a real high point for him.
Yeah.
Did well again tonight, so yeah, 7 for both of them.
So I'm not sure of his orange boot choice, but
he strikes me as a black boot kind of player.
He definitely is. He's a black boot player. So, but let's keep on the midfield. Obviously, we had some real strong talent there from the younger people. Like,
yeah. Well, Joe Willock was really good as well. Gave him a 7. I thought he drove on really well, especially in that first half. Played a really important role in setting up the first goal. Better from him. I think he needed a performance that boosted his confidence, and that was certainly one of them tonight.
It was quite impressive how often he was really barreling down that middle, really putting pressure on the defence. I mean, Nathan Ake, I think, really had his hands full with Willock sort of and his speed, because his turning speed was actually quite quick.
Yeah.
But another really quick player, although not according to Lath, is Martinelli.
Yeah. Not as impressive as he has been recently, but you know, another solid display. Set up the first goal. I gave him a 7 as well. Thought, you know, we did what we know we can do. He drove at people, caused problems. The way that him and Saka have formed a partnership down that side is really impressive as well. You know, they know where each other is at all times. They link really well going forward. Martinelli obviously helped Saka going back as well. So impressive of him again, 7.
Yeah, because we were watching him, but he was very good at tracking back. And I thought that's such a nice thing to see. Someone so young actually putting so much effort in.
They're both so mature for their age.
It's incredible.
You wouldn't see that from a lot of young players, but yeah, they both, you know, work really hard for each other and the team. So yeah, fair play to the pair of them.
And obviously we had Eddie Nketiah back from Leeds, and I thought he had quite a good performance today.
Yeah, 7 for him as well. Obviously got his goal. I think he's going to be really important in the cup competitions to provide that goal threat, to give the likes of Aubameyang, Lacazette a rest, basically. I think he is going to play an important role if we are to go far in the FA Cup and the Europa League as well. So yeah, the goal will boost his confidence as well. Obviously, he had a bit of a tricky time at Leeds, didn't he? So yeah, good for him tonight.
I think the Arsenal fans were really positive. They were really we were chanting his name quite heavily. He was like, there was a lot of love for Nketiah in the away end. So really positive to see. Obviously, we made 3 substitutions in that game.
Well, we missed Pepe as well.
Of course, Pepe.
Not great for me. Didn't think he was great. Kept giving the ball away. He always looks lively, like he's going to cause a problem, but the end product was lacking tonight. So 5 from him. Needs to do better, basically.
It just feels like he just doesn't try and take on his man. Rosie was noticing in the away end that he just wasn't sort of taking that.
Well, I think as he plays down the right hand side, and obviously the left foot is his stronger foot, and he favours that quite a lot. I think he's always trying to go back on it, but maybe working on his weak foot, trying to be a bit more dynamic, going down the outside at times would be better for him. With him, I think probably next season is going to be the season when he really kind of explodes. Obviously, Arteta, his time at Man City really, helped develop wingers like Sterling, Sane, Bernardo Silva. They've credited him a lot in terms of their development. So hopefully he can work the same wonders on Pepe, and we'll see that probably next season, to be honest.
It'll take a while for him to get used to the Premier League, because it's a very different style of football than what you see in Ligue 1.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to take him a while to really show off his true strength. But I think you are right. I think Arteta's the perfect man to take him forward.
Yeah. It was quite an interesting point as well in the first half when he had the ball and Arteta was shouting at him in French. Obviously, the language thing is a bit of a concern, but it's good to see Arteta has taken that on board, and he's trying to help him in a language that he's most confident with. So
that's impressive. I like that, because obviously Wenger famously spoke 5 or 6 languages. So it's good to see Arteta's kind of taken that mantle on.
Yeah. Quickly for the subs before we drown here in Bournemouth, it is absolutely sheeting it down if you can't tell. Ceballos and Holding both gave a 6.5. Both of them kind of impacted the game when they came on. Holding defended well. I thought Ceballos' cameo was a decent one, to hopefully play him back into the fold a bit. It was good to see him come on. Not really been in favour under Arteta, and obviously still coming back from that hamstring injury. So yes, decent from both of them. And then Ainsley Maitland-Niles came on so late, couldn't really give him a rating. So
came on the 90th minute, but we had such a long stoppage time that he was actually on there for quite some time. But so 2-1 performance. Arteta, how'd you rate him?
An 8. Solid team selection, got the tactics right. We're seeing more of what he wants from his team now in terms of dominating the ball, being comfortable defensively. Good signs, positive signs again. We keep improving, which is really good to see.
Well, obviously, next round we've got Portsmouth, so another South Coast game.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be raining like this when we go there. But should be a decent game. That obviously tricky test away at a League One side, 2 levels below, but going to places like that is always tough. They want to cause an upset in the FA Cup. They want to, make a name for themselves in that regard. So yeah, it will be a difficult test, but one that I'm confident we can get through.
That's all from us after Arsenal's 2-1 victory at Bournemouth. Watch the next video to see the more press box and more match reactions.